I thought it was because I couldn't remember names. You know, I'd see someone I should know, someone I've met hundreds of times, and their name would just vanish, gone. I'd stand there, racking my brain, trying to pull it out of the fog, but it was like digging in sand. Slippery, always out of reach. And I figured that's why people started to drift away from me. The awkward pauses, the weird looks. It had to be that, right? No one wants to be around someone who can't even remember their name. But then one day, it hit me. It wasn't just the names. It wasn't even the fog in my head or the endless struggle to keep up with conversations that used to be easy. No. People were distancing themselves for another reason. Something I didn't want to see, something right in front of me the whole time. I'd gained weight. A lot of weight. You see, after the injury, everything changed. My brain wasn't firing the way it used to, and my body, it followed suit. The trauma, the endless fatigue. I couldn't move the way I used to. I didn't even have the energy to care some days. Food became something, it was a bit comforting, but at the same time, I used to be so active and I ate for a person who was active. And the weight piled on. Slowly at first, then all at once, I barely noticed. Too busy fighting through the fog, trying to be the version of me I used to be. But other people, they noticed. Oh, they definitely noticed. I wasn't smart enough to see it at the time. Too caught up in my battles with my brain, with memory, with focus. I thought it was my confusion, my mistakes that pushed people away. The awkward moments when I couldn't recall something super basic. But no, it was the weight. It was always the weight. And that's the part that stings the most, doesn't it? People aren't uncomfortable because I forgot their name or because I struggled to follow a story. They're uncomfortable because I'm not the same person physically. Because the person they remember didn't take up as much space. Because I don't fit their idea of who I should be anymore. But the thing is, I still didn't see it for the longest time. I thought it was all in my head, all my fault because of my brain injury. It took me forever to realize that people, even the ones I thought cared, were looking at the outside of me, not the inside. I'm still fighting the fog, still grappling with my memory, but now I'm left wondering, what am I supposed to do with this body that people see before they even see me? What am I supposed to do with the version of myself I've lost and the one I've become? Because the hardest thing isn't remembering names after all. Maybe it's remembering me, the me that's still here, even if others can't see her anymore. You know, people talk about weight like it's a simple thing, like there's just one reason. Bad choices. That's what they say. They see somebody struggling with size and they think, oh, they must eat badly. No discipline. But they have no idea, do they? It's not that simple. Not even close. It's easy to say, just eat better. Exercise more. Sure, that actually is really important. But life doesn't fit neatly into that box. Some people gain weight because of trauma. Their hearts break in ways that food seems to soothe. Food becomes a comfort, the friend they never had, the one thing that doesn't judge them, right? Others, They've got illnesses that make it impossible for their bodies to burn the way they should. Conditions like hypothyroidism, PCOS, things that slow them down no matter how hard they fight. And let's not forget about the medications. Some meds they need to take just to survive can pile the weight on, weight that no gym diet can shift. Then there's the ones who work 3 jobs, barely make ends meet, and then go and buy takeout, because who has the time or energy for clean eating? Fast food is cheap. But you wouldn't know that, because when you see someone bigger than you expect, you already made up your mind, didn't you? You think you're a good person, and maybe you are, but you judge anyway. You see someone with extra weight and you whisper, they could do better if they tried. There are better options than them. You think you're offering advice, but you're not really offering any understanding of that person. Maybe it's easier to assume people are just lazy. Maybe it's easier to say, well, I've got it together, so why don't they? Maybe deep down we feel better about our own insecurities when we point the finger at somebody else. But here's the thing, you don't know their story. You don't know their pain, the battles that they fought. Sometimes just getting through the day is an accomplishment that they should be proud of. So yeah, I get it. We all need to be mindful of our health. I'm not saying that it's okay to not look after our bodies, but before you decide someone could be better, ask yourself if you really know what's happening in their life. Maybe, just maybe, they're fighting a battle you've never had to face.